It seems like IW finally listened to feedback to help improve Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. We'll go through what they're doing right now, plus what they still need to do in this video. The first one here is a pretty big deal to me. We have from Modern Warzone, Infinity Ward has listened to more feedback than we originally thought from the MW2 beta. They've changed how the camera works in third-person modes on Modern Warfare 2 to only swap to first person when ADSing with a scope magnification of 4 times or higher. This is a big W, and I completely agree with Modern Warzone here. I said this back during the beta. I played one game of the third-person mode, and I just thought it was weird being in third person, and then every time you shot, you went back to first person. It made my head hurt. It just didn't make sense to me. I thought when they were doing a third-person mode, they were going to keep it a wholly third-person mode. When you're shooting, when you're running, everything is done in third person, like a different type of game, like, let's say, GTA, or maybe some past Battle Royales, where it's mostly in third person. That just made more sense to me, and I'm glad they're making this change here. Let me know down below if you disagree with this here. I mean, it seems like a majority of people wanted this change for them to do it, but as we know, IW kind of has this reputation right now of being stuck in their ways, and even though it seems like the entire community is telling them to do one thing, they do the opposite, which of course isn't always the case as we're seeing here with this change, but there is a lot of other things IW is doing that just doesn't really make sense here, and we'll talk about that later on this video. Plus, still some things they are listening to us, feedback from Modern Warfare 2, a lot of important things to discuss here, but we have a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. Black Squad is a free-to-play military first-person shooter available on Steam. It's a play-to-win FPS game where everything depends on your skill and playing ability. The newest version of the game, called Black Squad Royal Road, just came out and it includes a bunch of new features. There's a wide variety of realistic weapons, over 85 of them to choose from, more than 48 maps to master, more than 10 characters to collect, and over 460 skins to customize. And there's a various weapon skins based on historical evidence in the game, a variety of game modes including competitive, demolition, team deathmatch, and realistic sound effects to give you a thrilling experience. There's also a new super match battle type where players can gather tokens and compete for ranking. And there's another new weapon and character tuning system there, allowing you to enjoy the content more effectively. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of content to check out, so click the link down below in the description to download Black Squad Royal Road for free. Now, after the beta ended a couple of weeks ago, IW released one big update blog post about things they were working to fix and working to actually investigate based on player feedback. We had a bunch of pretty big things here. Outside of bugs and issues, we had some stuff about footstep audio. They are, really working to make footstep audio a lot better, a lot more balanced, making it so you can differentiate between enemy and friendly footsteps. That's a big deal. They're working on increasing enemy visibility. Obviously, we still want that traditional nameplate, but, some people may not like it as well. But overall, they're working to improve that. Disbanding lobbies, they said they might do it less often. That's a good improvement, honestly. And there's a bunch of other things they're looking to improve as well. So IW, they're listening to feedback. It's just, are they going to actually act on that feedback? It seems like they're acting on some of it, but not all of it. In that blog post, they didn't mention the minimap once, and this is a pretty big deal for a lot of people. Modern Warzone tweeted this out a couple of weeks back. There's a red dots on the minimap setting for custom games in MW2. Turning it on is as easy as pushing a button. When I saw this, that was insane news there, because again, sometimes we say things as, consumers, and we're not developers, and we don't know how hard or easy it really is to add something or remove something from the game. So, I can't sit here and act like, oh, adding a minimap with red dots is so simple, you should do it. I can't act like that because I'm not a developer. I don't know how hard it is to add and remove these features, but if it's already a setting in the game for custom lobbies, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure still, but I'm assuming it would be relatively easy to add it into the public match lobbies for this game. I'm not so sure, but to me, that seems crazy. It's just a direct decision for them. They don't want red dots on the minimap because they say it's too easy for players to kill other casual players, and you don't want to be penalized for shooting your gun in a Call of Duty match when that's the main purpose. I already made a rant on this a while back, but overall, again, that's one big thing there where people are giving their feedback and it doesn't seem like they really care. So I do still think overall IW is listening to our feedback, but they're not listening to all of our feedback, and they're not listening to our most important feedback like we're seeing with the red dots on the minimap situation. But some more stuff here. The Ghost of Hope made a pros and cons list of stuff from the beta. Let's go through some stuff here that IW did right, what they messed up on, what they should change, and all of that good stuff. So we have the Mw2 Pros from the beta, map design, score streak toggle, dolphin diving, gunsmith, sound design, graphics, gunplay, prisoner rescue, third person mode, perk balance, leveling system, spectator cam, drill charge, bigger focus on pistols, swimming, vehicles, and weapon vaults. So overall here, I agree with most of this here. I think the map design is a lot better from MW19 in this game. It's still not perfect, but I guess it is a pro than a con. I think the graphics, sound design were great. Again, third person mode, I said I didn't like from the beta, but they are changing it to make it better in my opinion. Spectator cam, I don't know if it was the best, honestly. It was a little weird sometimes, but I guess you could put that in the pro category. But overall, I see where he's coming from here. Now for the cons list, let's go through. No classic minimap. Of course, that's a big one. No map voting. Another big one as well. No ninja perk. Footstep audio. They are changing that one. ADS, STF, strafe speeds, time, score element of the perk system. They are changing that as well. No enemy name tags. That's a big one there. Inconsistent gunfights, spawns, nerfs to dead silence, confusing UI, spawn camera, flash and stun, and then last stand. So overall, I do agree with most of this here. And as I said, you know, IW, they're listening to feedback on the footstep audio, on the perk system stuff, on the name tag stuff. Even though they're not bringing name tags back, they're trying to increase visibility. UI, they're definitely fixing as well. They talked about that. But overall, are they going to listen to our feedback on the actual, you know, ninja perk stuff or dead silence or map voting or, again, the classic minimap? Probably not. And to a lot of people, they may argue that those are the top issues with this game. And if they're not listening to feedback on the top issues, then are they really listening to feedback? I don't really know. I mean, I think they are overall, but as I said, it's not about them listening. That's good. It's definitely good to listen to the feedback and communicate what they're feeling, but we also want them to somewhat act on that feedback as well. I'm not saying the community has to force them to make changes, but I think if you see enough people say that they want the classic minimap back, then you should probably make that change eventually. But let me know down below your opinions on that. What main feedback do you want them to focus on for Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer for the rest of the year, for the 2-year DLC season? Let me know down below. Some more stuff here on the UI, which is pretty important here. Love this UI concept from this guy, showing a redesign of the weapon platform trees in MW2. I think this communicates how to level up and unlock weapon trees far better than what we currently have, and looks better too. So this one definitely is a lot better. It's a lot more clear to understand. You kind of get where you're going from here. You get some type of, you know, sense of progression. You start on the left, you get to the right. I mean, it makes a lot more sense here. And again, I think this is a simple change that IW could easily make to their game come in, I guess, 2 weeks when the game comes out. So obviously they said they'll, you know, kind of update the UI. They talked about it, but we don't know for sure what exactly they're gonna do. I mean, to me, there's a lot of stuff they can do. I just don't know how far they're gonna go. Are they going to completely revert all of the UI changes and go back to a classic style of, you know, COD and multiplayer menu? Why is everything so horizontal in this game? That's my main question. I mean, there's a lot of questions here, and people have given a lot of feedback. We'll see what they act upon here and what they actually change in this game. But overall, I like this little concept here for the UI. Let me know down below any other things you want them to do here. That's it for this video. I mean, again, I'll be sure to update you guys when the game comes out, what we want changed still. I bet you at launch there'll be some great improvements, but there still probably will be some stuff we still want them to change after the launch of the game. We'll see exactly what that is when the time comes. But that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more Mw2 Warzone 2 news update videos like this. Be sure to show some love. Check out my sponsor. Links are down below. Really do appreciate that, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.